All right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I am your host, Tim Lyons, in the studio. You heard it here first, folks. The wood table, joined as always by Randy Angston. What's up, man?
What's up, buddy?
All right, so this episode, guys, we do have sponsors that sponsor the Growth Summit, and we want to let you know about some of these sponsors. Active Solutions, spelled with AKTIV Solutions. They're an equipment manufacturer, a spatial design company. They're going to help you, if you're looking to redesign or create a new space for functional training. This is a great company to talk to. Joseph was there. He had a booth, and you know what? On the first night, the whole place was surrounding his booth. He had these water-filled bags, and he was kind of doing demos with them. So they're equipment supply company. But really what they're specializing in is creating a functional space for you, your business, to make sure it fits your model. They got rigs and racks and equipment. I highly recommend talking to those guys. Joseph, his contact information is JHARRE, so J Hair, at activesolutions.com, AKTIVsolutions.com. We'll put that in the show notes. If you have any interest in working with them and maybe redesigning your facility, or maybe you're opening up a new one, reach out to Active. Great people there to support the boutique fitness space and all the gym owners that obviously listen to this show.
You know, it's really cool. I saw some of the people from the summit that have actually picked up some of the equipment.
Yeah,
and they're training their staff using all that water. What are those things called?
They're like water bags. I don't know what they were.
I don't know what they're called, but yeah, right. They're a little bit of
unstable
stability, training and things like that. But watching them train their whole staff using something that I know that they got through Joseph at the summit was really cool.
Yeah,
that was really awesome.
I know. Did you mess with it at all?
Yeah, I mean it's like
it's wild.
It is. It's like trying to deal with water. It's like carrying a big jug of water, and you're just constantly fighting to keep everything together. That's the story of my life.
Anyways, story of my life. All right, so this episode, guys, we're going to talk about should you offer a guarantee or not? And the reason I'm bringing this up, I was out in St. Louis over the weekend, and we were building a top secret product for the Iron Circle. And to be honest with you, I just shared it what we worked on with Zach. He goes, dude, that is so cool what you guys just did. And I'll share it with the Iron Circle. They don't really know exactly what it is yet, but it's super cool, and it's going to be a huge help for a lot of these guys. But anyways, the conversation came up. Ryan, one of our Iron Circle members, was like, hey, I'm trying to put my guarantee together. Like, if we can guarantee the result of our client, we should be able to beat competition because, nobody else is offering a guarantee, or maybe they do and they don't fulfill on it or whatever it is. But if I can guarantee my client's going to get the result they want, then there's no reason why they shouldn't sign up with us. And then myself and John, the wiser of the two,
a little more experience, a little more miles.
We started, punching holes in it. And really it was like, well, he really wants to do it because he wants that ability.
Advantage.
He wants the advantage.
Sure.
And while I understand the idea, I think you're probably not going to, after we get into this episode, you're going to probably want to rethink that. And so, the idea was, Ryan wants to sell better, sell more, sell, market using a guarantee. And I think it's smart in some aspects, but it's very, you're at risk.
Let's talk about the guarantee and what it does for the consumer, right? That is risk removal. Right. One of the big things in buying is what's the likelihood that this is going to work? What are the chances that I'm going to be able to get the result that I'm looking for? The risk in that is removed when an organization can guarantee that result. Now, granted, there's usually stipulations and qualifications to make sure that you actually do what's required or whatnot. But from a consumer standpoint, that's huge, absolutely huge, right? That it just takes everything off and allows that decision to buy to be easier.
Yeah, this company's going to guarantee my results. So, yes, the stipulations have to be in place. And so let's just put those stipulations out there. Let's just say you have to follow the meal plan and track it. Let's say you have to drink X amount of water and track it. You have to train 3 days a week and it has to be verified. You have to do weigh-ins. You have to do check-ins. You have to do all these things in order to redeem the guarantee if you don't get the result. And Ryan's like, well, I know if they do these things, they will get the result. And I would agree.
Absolutely.
If they do the things, they will get the result. And the problem becomes when they don't do the things and they don't get the result. What kind of position are you in as a gym owner? It's you versus them. And now you're in a really tough situation where, like, Mrs. Johnson, of course, I can't give you a refund because you didn't do these things, and I told you to do these things. It's you against them.
Yeah, and it goes back. That reminds me of the the 6-week challenge type mentality.
It is the
pinned you against your client at the end, right? Did they get the result and deserve their money back and allow them to walk out the door, or do I have to keep that off the table? You know what I mean? Like you weren't on the same side of that battle,
right?
And to your point, that is the exact opposite of anything we're trying to do for with our clients. We're trying to create a better relationship and take, especially with the fitness and the challenges. That is the difficult part about, especially what this business does, is they're not with you for 23 hours a day.
Yeah.
Right. The accountability, the tracking, all of that stuff is 100% on them to be honest, to be upfront, and to do all of that stuff that we know that quite often most of them or a lot of them don't want to do. So you're putting your business in the guarantee and all of the
things that are out
the
of your
difficult
control.
that are out. Yeah, exactly.
So now you get in this situation where, like, okay, well, did they do those things? And if they just wrote them into the log and the meal plan log, did they really do it? And so now you start questioning them, and it's like, it's a tough place to be.
Yeah.
That you don't even need to do in order to have a great business. And so that's where the argument came between myself, John, and Ryan, was like, hey, do you even need to do that? You're selling great. Clients are happy.
Yeah.
They're moving down the journey. Why do you even want to introduce this wrinkle into the business? Because it's not even necessary to begin with.
Let's draw kind of a light on that one, because what you're basically saying is, right, like if your sales process lacked, if you had the inability to
Close
market,
deals.
Bring people into the business and close deals, then maybe let's address the offer, right? But he doesn't have that problem. And so by making that change in essentially a marketing, the delivery should probably in his business isn't going to change, right? It's just
maybe the tracking over here may change.
Tracking, sure. But again, because a lot of those things are on the client to do, right? So figuring that stuff out. But marketing and sales have to change to implement that, because you're now that's where you're bringing it to the marketplace.
That's the hook.
That's the hook, right? So when you change that, which seems kind of easy in the grand scheme of things, but then you have to now you have to execute on all of that, and you have to change the business to fit that offer, and you're shaking things up that you don't have to shake up.
Yeah.
You're making changes in the business that don't necessarily have to happen, and you're doing it across everybody for something that might bring in one more person a month.
Who knows?
Like,
we don't know that.
Yeah,
we don't know
exactly.
that.
That's my point. Like, we don't know. That's the variable. But if
here's
the business was broke already,
but here's Ryan's deal. He's one of the best sales processes of all.
That's exactly.
And they're growing exponentially, and they've got a great person in that seat that's closing deals, and he's getting the revenue that he needs. And so it's unnecessary.
It's like, how much can you squeeze, it for type of thing. But I mean, you're taking the risk of damaging everything else.
And so then we go back, and John and myself have very, very similar businesses. And it's like we start looking at the clientele, the best clientele that we have, and we start looking at what do they want? And what we would define our best clients, we would define it internally as what we call lifestyle clients. A lifestyle client is, basically here to work out so that they can live life. They're not so focused on fat loss, result, hitting a goal, like I've got to get this goal by this time. They come in and work out because one makes them feel better. They have more energy. It motivates their day. Now they don't feel guilty drinking that glass of wine or the bottle of wine. Some of the clients, the bottle.
Oh, yeah, let's be honest. Yeah.
And so we looked at those clients and we said, these are our favorite clients. We want more of these people. And the guarantee wouldn't have brought them in or doesn't keep anything. So like they're the ones that have stayed for 7 years, 9 years, 12 years. And they look great. They're healthier. They're damn strong. But they're not so focused on the scale and the InBody and the Fit 3D. They're just lifestyle clients.
Yeah, so to your point, Ryan's almost trying to cater to everybody. He's trying to make it where anybody can walk into his business and get a result. We know our clients. You guys know your clients so well that we're aiming a laser at the marketplace. We're not trying to shine a broad light, right? Like to your point, that guarantee would not have changed any one of the people walking into your guys' businesses. Ryan's maybe right now because he's trying to grab a little bit broader spectrum. If he's trying to cater to people that the guarantee is going to resonate with. You know what I mean? If his business doesn't look like that internally, if his avatar client matches what yours and John look like, then he's probably going outside the realm of what he has to do by changing a hook and creating something. It's like, heck, it could be free. It could be, anytime you change the offer, it's designed to cater to the marketplace. But
a specific clientele that's going to react to that. And
but
so
that's my point. But if we're not looking for those clients, why are we bringing that into the offer?
Well, to Ryan's point, Ryan is, you look at Ryan, he's a shredded human.
Sure.
He's very into health and fitness. He lives the lifestyle. Yeah. And thumbs up to that because, you lead by example. And he's very hooked into the specific results for his clients. He wants the best for them, but they don't necessarily want that sometimes. And so what he wants and what they want may not be in alignment. And they may say they want it, but you start putting the game plan in front of them, and in order to get the result that they truly want, they're not going to do, then you're in a misalignment.
There you go.
And so, to his credit, he wants the best for his clients. Mm-hmm. He lives the lifestyle. It's easy for him. Sure. And he's like, why can't anybody just do this? And he said, what he's trying to get to in general is that the word on the street is, Ryan's place is way more expensive than everybody else, but you know what? I know that I'm going to get the results that I'm looking for when I go there, and so I'm willing to invest that money. And I think that's the angle he's going for, and I love that idea. But I think you can do it without a guarantee.
That's exactly like as you were saying it. I was like, I think that's the testimonial side, that's the review side, that's the promoter within your business that you create because of the results you continue to provide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So,
like that's not going to happen just because you threw a guarantee in the front.
Correct.
It happens from the delivery of
and so he can get the same result without like basically pigeonholing himself against the client with a written guarantee that's signed and, put on the wall. He doesn't need it. Correct. And so hopefully, we've talked plenty since then and about this. So I know, this isn't anything that's like gonna be a big surprise.
Sure.
I think he's gonna, hopefully we can get around having a specific guarantee, even though, there's benefits to it. I don't think it's necessary. And I don't think you want to put yourself in a position to then, have to bring the guarantee up and you didn't do these things, Mrs. Johnson's, and you didn't follow my thing and you should have done that. And it's like, now we're in a bad spot.
There's other issues to that. Like how specific is the guarantee? What is your business? Is it what your business is known for? Is it specific to the client's desires? If you got, your business, you got a couple of people that walk in that want to lose some fat. Got some people that just want to put some muscle on and shape. How do I offer a guarantee that everybody gets a result when both of their results are...
Well, I think the global guarantee will be like a 20-pound deal, like a guarantee to lose 20 pounds. Now, you look at like Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig, they do that.
Well, but their job is weight loss.
Well, so is ours, in a way, for some people.
But that's my point. If your business, is there one guarantee that he can offer every one of his clients walking through the door? That's my point. So it has to be somewhat arbitrary based on the client, which then is not a guarantee that everybody walks in the door for. Unless you were a specific weight loss transformation, specific facility. If it's this style of training, if we're doing semi-private and
some people want strength, some people want to gain weight.
Exactly my point. Yeah. Like how do you as a business systematize that then? So now it's based on the client. Now the needs of what it takes to get that result are when you're not catering to the system anymore. There's no system of that business. Every single client's getting their own guarantee, which means the support that they need is different for every single client. That is massive.
It's
massive
a tough
headache.
part. Yeah. So anyways, if you're listening to this, really what we wanted to say is like, do you really need to do it? I mean, I understand we talked about the benefits of it, but we also talked about the cons, right? The pros and the cons. The cons to me outweigh the benefits. I think you can generate revenue, get marketing out there, bring the right clients in without the use of a hook or a guarantee on the hook. That is, that in the long run will end up biting you when things don't work out exactly the way they should, and now it's you against the client, and we're in this kind of like, stalemate.
Correct.
And what do? Do you give them do you give them a refund at that point? Like, oh, sorry, we didn't, you did everything, and I trust what you're saying. You just didn't get the result. That's on us. Here's $5,000 back.
And then they walk out the door, or do you continue to service them? Or
it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. So, anyways, I thought we'd throw that one out there. It was just because it was relevant and timely. Hopefully, you listen to this, you do what you need to do. I mean, if you're going to be the guarantee place, then do that. But you're going to only have one guarantee. It's going to have a quantity on it, and you're going to collect. You're going to get those specific clients that want that. And your training can only be that, and that's what you are.
Yep.
And
that's your
if
identity.
that's you, then that's what you're going to do. But I don't think it's necessary. I really like the lifestyle clients myself. They're so much easier to work with, and they stay, on average 36 months, 38 months now. Hey, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it doesn't suck.
All right, so hopefully that helped you guys. Just want to bring that up. That's it for this episode, guys. Until next time, keep changing lives. We'll see you on the next show. Bye. All right, and thank you for listening to that episode of the Built to Grow podcast, where we help gym owners win. Now, do you want to connect with me and other gym owners online? All you need to do is join our private Facebook group, Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. Just head on over to Facebook and type in Business Talk with Fitness Professionals, and when you do, we're going to give you our 10 marketing strategies 7-figure gym owners use to win. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, keep building something great.